Hi everybody, I'm very excited as usual. Here is our next class for you. And we are going to do something that still involves the birds and seeds because you are learning about them and we have to keep learning more. Are you ready? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make things for the birds and make things for you that you can share with the birds and make things for you that you can that benefit or are good for the butterflies too. So we're going to do things that are good for birds and butterflies and you. Okay, let's start with you. Okay, so what do we remember from last time? That here's our bird. Remember our bird whistle? And I'm going to blow it again so you can hear it. Did you hear that spinning sound inside? There's a little wheel that pushes, that the water pushes. And when it rolls around and goes very fast like that inside the wheel, it pushes the air out and makes it sound like a bird. Isn't that cool? All right, so there's your bird, and the bird says, "Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for everything you've done for me." Now let's make some food for the birds. Well, they have little mouths, right? They're very little, so we don't want to give them big pieces of food. So I need you to take a toilet paper roll and some string or yarn, or this is called raffia. This is made from natural fibers, natural things that grow like grass. And we're going to put it through. So later on when we make a bird feeder, which this is going to be, we can put it in a tree or outside. Okay, so let's make it through. Can you put it through? Great. And I'm going to put on my table here. So you can see it there, right? Okay. Now we're going to put some messy peanut butter on there. Hang on, I'm going to get a board so we don't make it too messy on my table here. All right, let's see if we can do this. Now, I want you to see me and I want to see the things. So let's see. Well, we'll take turns. So here we go. We're going to take some peanut butter and we're going to put it on this just to make it sticky so you can see how the birds are going to be happy because they're have seed butter, which tastes good and yummy, and it's good for them, and it's sticky. And then we're going to put seeds on it. Now, what seeds do I have? Well, they're really special because these are poppy seeds. Can you see how dark they are? I'm going to pour some out, yeah? I'll show you on my finger. See, they're very little. In fact, the littler ones, you can fit 14,000 seeds on your finger. There is like, what does it say? Wait a minute, I want to tell you exactly what it says. Poppies, 14,000 seeds. Let me see. I think I have this here. Well, we'll tell you at the end. Anyway, they're very little, the seeds. And we're going to put some poppy seeds on our toilet paper roll. Ready? Here we go. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. How fun is that? The birds love them, so we should put a lot of them there. Can you see how many I'm putting? So many. These were a present for me. I'm very lucky. People give me nice presents. They had leftovers. So if you have different leftover seeds, you can put them. You can use sunflower seeds without the shell. And you can use another kind that you will see the difference because it's a different color. These are sesame seeds. And this comes also very little. These are very little. Sesame seeds. And this is how you make a bird feeder. You can also use a pine cone. Pine cones are good because you can put the peanut butter inside each part of it. Yeah, and then we have some more sesame seeds. And we are good to go. Do you see how many we have? Isn't that pretty? All right, now I'm going to tie a big loop. And you can do this at home too. I want to show you next where a seed comes from. Seeds come from flying, like we saw out of an acorn, it flies out of a pine cone. Or in this case coming up, it's a fruit, and the berry of the fruit. Is that cool or what? Oh, it's drippy, drippy, but it'll be all covered with seeds, so it'll be all right. Yeah, we'll roll it. So you can roll it in the seeds too. That's another way. You can put a lot of seeds here, and you can roll it all the way around. Very nice. And then when the birds eat it, they'll say more, 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 and you can remember to go outside. I want you to remember to go outside. It's very important. Now, where does the seed come from? Well, the fruit comes from a flower, and then the flower turns into fruit, and then this fruit is a really yummy one. It's called a gooseberry. It's like a tomato, but it's sweet, but a little bit sour. And so this delicious gooseberry, when I eat it, it's just my favorite. But when I dried one or two, I got small like a raisin. You see? Do you like raisins? Raisins are yummy. Cranberries are yummy. Raisins are yummy. And inside, so cool. Look at all those seeds. Do you see them? This is great. You can see it in my screen up so close. So all these seeds are also seeds you can plant. I don't know if the birds will eat these seeds, but I think they will. So let's put these seeds here on this one. Very nice. Put the fruit on it. It's fine. They'll find the seed. It'll stick. And then the other one I am going to plant in my garden. Oopsies. We're going to plant these little teeny tiny seeds in my garden, right? And if we want to, we can even start them inside the house. Like we did before on paper towels. I planted the ones that we saw on the paper towel. The moonflowers were the big seed, and they opened up, and I put them in the dirt outside, so I think they're going to grow. So this is called a gooseberry. It's also called a lantern fruit because it is in a little paper and a little papery kind of container, a shell. And it looks like a tomato. I'll show you when it's fresh how it looks too on the inside. Can you see the little seeds there? There they are. So you can dry those seeds and you can use those too. Or you just dry the whole thing. So that's our first thing. So we're going to go outside pretty soon and we're going to do that. We're going to take it outside. But before that, I wanted to show you something very cool. It is something that you can do at home. And I want you to be able to draw something on a piece of paper out of something you probably would not guess would be for writing. It's lemon juice. So we're going to take lemon because lemon is a fruit that we can grow. I grew lemon trees. Here's my lemon juice. Ready? I'm going to draw a circle. I'm going to squeeze a circle on paper. And afterwards, I'm going to iron it when it dries, and you will be able to see what I wrote. Isn't that fun? So it's a secret message. So if I write a secret picture, what should I do? That's all secrets you should be able to tell a grown-up. So if you ever have a secret, someone says, don't tell your grown-up, that's not true. That's not okay. You tell your grown-up. So here's the lemon juice, and I'm going to draw a big heart. And I'm going to tell everybody I love them. Okay, there's a heart. I'm going to write I, and then love. And that's all I have room. I'll write a U. Okay, I love you. See if you can see it. It's on my paper. Do you see? I love. I'm going to put a heart and then a U. So that's our secret. And then I know you know I love you, but I'm going to say it in a secret pretend way. So we're going to take this and we're going to let it dry because it has to dry before we put the iron on. And I will show you what it says. It says here, write a note or draw a picture with lemon juice, and it will be invisible until you press the message with an iron. And then also you can dry the seeds of the lemon. I think I used the seeds of this lemon. And you can plant those too. So you can take the seed out and put it on a paper towel. And you can make it sprout, just like I sprouted those little ones. And we can plant those too. So, are you ready? Okay, I'm going to pause it. And then I'm going to go outside. And we're going to hang our beautiful bird feeder. Hi, everybody. So I'm outside and I'm putting it pretty high up. Can you see? There it is. Here it is, right there. It's on my fence, and I want you to see that it's pretty high up from the ground because I don't want any cats to climb up. And always put everything you can way high for no cats to be able to reach a bird. That's very important. So here we are. We're going to see how far down it has to go. Really far in order for the cat to be far away from my beautiful bird feeder. Now I have paper wasps also in my house. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see them, but it's pretty cool. Up at the top of the roof. I don't think you're going to be able to see it because it's so dark. Let me see if I touch it. No. In the roof in the corner are wasps, but they don't hurt you. And they make a home up at the top. And then when you see them, you'll say, how cool are they? And you don't have to be afraid of them. And they are living in my roof. And they also may very well eat my lovely holder of food for the birds. So that's one thing I wanted to show you because animals may share their food. Maybe butterflies will eat it too. I don't know. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to write this. I will be back in 1 second. Don't go. Hi, everybody. Okay, I want to show you this lovely poppy seed lemon cake that I made with the lemon that you saw, lemon juice, and poppy seeds. Do you see those seeds in there? They're a little bit oily tasting, a little bit spicy, but not spicy like it's pepper, just got flavor. And they're very old. They come from the Neolithic times. Many years ago when there were cave people. So I made this and it has no sugar in it. It's vegan and I sent your family the recipe. That means no eggs, no milk, and no sugar. A little syrup and a little bit of sweet things, but no sugar, so it's not bad for you. So I want you to make that with your family at home, okay? I gave you the recipe so you can do it. So we are warming up the iron so you can see my magic secret letter that I wrote to you. Now, it doesn't show, it just shows you wet, right? So you can't really tell what it's gonna say. It's very drippy still. So let's see if it's gonna work. Are you ready? When we iron, we have to be very careful. So I'm gonna iron on a piece of wood so it doesn't hurt my counter, and I'm gonna put a towel underneath it so it doesn't hurt the wood. And only grown-ups can iron. That's not something kids can do. I give you a lot of responsibilities, but not that one. So I'm gonna see if the iron is ready. Yep, it's hot. I touch it very fast so I don't hurt myself. Okay, hot iron on wet lemon juice. Let's see if it shows. Ooh, I can see a heart a little bit. Let's see, it's gonna cook a little bit drier. Yeah, I can see. Here's my heart. I thought it might get brown because lemon can oxidize. It can turn brown. But it didn't really. But let's see. But you can definitely see the heart. I'm going to do a little longer. See how it looks now? Can you see that middle thing like a heart? I'll show you again. Hang on. There's a little heart on the top and a little heart on the bottom. Definitely has a different texture. So this is our magic letter, our magic note to each other. I think that's as good as it's going to get. And I'm going to show it to you. And you know what I want to do? So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get a pen. And I'm going to make I'm going to show you the outline so you can see the part that's different. Can you see that heart in there? Can you see how it's darker? A little bit. There, can you see the pattern there? It's kind of wet. And then you can see another heart on the top. I don't know if we had to do it longer. But it's hard to see. See how it's there? So if you do it very carefully, you can use milk too and draw a secret letter. Let's iron it one more time and see what happens. See if it turns darker. Let's count to 10. Ready? Count me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I don't think it's that much darker, but let's see. The blue's getting wet, so that's a problem. Oh, a little bit. Do you see? It's textured. So to keep trying this at home, you can have your grown-up iron it, and we will have it. Another experiment. I'll keep trying and see if we can get it darker. Okay, magic letter experiment with lemon juice. Lemon seeds you plant. Now the next thing is an acorn seeds. I'll be right back. I'm going to get those acorn seeds. Hi everybody. Okay, this is so fun to play with. It doesn't matter if it works. It's just fun to play with. So this is the container. This is the hanging lantern for my little berry. This one that we ate and then we saw the seeds of. This is called a gooseberry. Isn't that a funny name, gooseberry? And look how pretty that lantern is underneath it when you hold it like that. Isn't that pretty? Pretty cool. This is a fruit and it has seeds in it. Now, this is a seed of a pine tree. This is an acorn, right? It's a big one. Do you see how big it is? There are very many kinds. There could be black oak, dark oak, and there is white oak. I think it's quercum is the Latin name. Can you say quercum? That's oak. This is a white oak tree acorn. Now it has a little hat that's missing. Here is a little one with a hat. Do you see it? They used to tell stories to Native Americans about the little guys, and they had a hat. So there's a game you can play where you are making an army of acorns, and they're going to have two colors. One is going to have the color of this beautiful flower, nasturtium, and this is you can eat. It's called an edible flower, and it's spicy but not too yummy. And this is a rose petal. You could also eat a rose. It's in the same family as an apple. It's a cousin of the apple, the rose. And the hip at the very center has got vitamin C in it. It's really good for you. So we're going to spin these, and I made a little hat from each color. Here is a rose hat. Do you see? And here is a nasturtium hat. And you can make a hat for your little army. And the idea is to spin them all and see which color wins. Let's try it. I'm going to move it down so you can see. Here we go. Are you ready? Let's make some room. And on your mark, say, will you sit? On your mark. Get set. Go. Oh, it fell real fast. Let's try it again. That's the one part you need to do is practice, right? Whoop. Falls fast. Let me see without the hat. Here's an acorn. Let's find if we can spin it without the hat. It's like a top, right? Oh, that's not so easy. Let's try a bigger acorn, see if it spins better. Not really, huh? It's a little bumpy. There's a seed inside this. Do you hear that? It's pretty cool. So these little guys with hats, you can put little rose petals and just have fun decorating them and making them friends and characters in a story. Or you can spin it and just practice spinning and see if you can get it to spin. Almost. You don't want the petal to be too big because then it will make it stop the spinning. All right, and there's a little point at the top, and there's the pointy thing you spin at the bottom. And I just spin it the best I can. It doesn't spin that well, huh? But it's fun to play with. It's very fun to try. One more? Okay. So I want to show you some more things. This is one of my favorite herbs. This is rosemary. Now, rosemary is also woody, so it's not only an herb, but it's sometimes, because it has a thick, like branch, if it gets too big. But when it's small, It's so fragrant. It has a very lot of oil in it and smell. And it smells really good and it tastes really good on potatoes. If you bake potatoes and you put oil and rosemary on it, so good. If you eat meat, you can put tri-tip with soy sauce and rosemary. Rump roast. That's all you need. It's so good. Okay, so I want to show you one thing that the Native Americans did. They used these to gamble or to play games when you needed a dice. And you see the white part in the middle? This is like a number 2, 1, and there's another one here, 2. Put a little thing inside, maybe 1. Let's count this as 1. So you get 1 point if you go like this and you shake it like that. And if it comes up and you want to win the game and you win with a little number, and you get 1. This is the whole walnut. This is a nut too, just like the acorn. And you can grind it into flour, just like the acorn you can grind into flour. The acorn has something a little bit not good for you called tannin. It's very bitter, so you have to wash it out. And if you remember, we told you that you wash it out in a pillowcase. In the modern days, today, you could put it in a pillowcase and you could put it in the washing machine and put all the flour that you ground from the acorn, and it would come out, all the tannin. You could make bread from that flour that was in the pillowcase that was in the laundry machine. This walnut has another thing you can do with it. It's very fun. You can boil it and make dark color for your fabric. You can dye things, just like we did with the beets. You can do it with black walnut because it makes a very good black-brown color. Now, you can also roll this, right? It's fun. It's a good roly-poly thing. All right. Now, I want to show you something that's very special. This is called lavender. There's French lavender and different kinds. This lavender smells so good, and it makes an oil that makes you, if you put it on your skin and you smell it, it helps you go to sleep at night. It's relaxing. So if you want to relax, you can ask Mom and Dad if you can get some lavender. You can put it in a little piece of fabric and make what's called a sachet. You can make it in a little bag, and it'll smell so good, and put it in your drawer under your pillow, and it makes your clothes smell good, your hair smell good, everything around it smell good. It's called lavender. It comes from France and Spain, and it grows in California, and you can plant it in your garden. All right. So we have nasturtium. You can eat it. Lavender you can eat too. You can put it in your lemonade and make purple, pretty flowered lemonade. Lavender lemonade. And then you have gooseberries and acorns. And another one, which is a walnut. And this is the inside of the walnut. Okay, we're going to go outside. I'm going to show you something that the birds like. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, hi everybody. If you listen quietly, you can hear the birds singing. Sound like our bird? They're pretty. So we're going to make a bird feeder for the bird. Are you ready? Okay, I'm going down here to the ground. It's a little bit high up so we can have the cats not go on it. And this is what I made. I took a big flower pot and I turned it upside down. Then I put a bowl on it, and then I put a little bowl on it. So the birds can have 2-size swimming pools. A big one for a big bath. Right? Isn't that fun? This is a bird bath. And you don't need this little part, but if you want to, you can have a little bird bath on the top part too. It'll look pretty. And the birds get a bath, and hummingbirds like to play in the water. That's so funny. They like to play. So I wanted to show you that. And then I want to show you a special place where the worms are going to go. We have a worm hotel. And a worm hotel looks like this. It's got a part like this where we put paper in it. And that's going to be their food. And then we put something else in here, which is a stand Let me go back so you can see. See where it's there? It's got feet and legs like plastic ones, and then, let's see, then in here, this is mulch, and this is coconut fiber. It's made out of coconut shell, and it came in a little square, and it got so big. How big it filled up the whole thing. So this is where the worms are going to live when they mail them to me. And then we'll keep it warm in the sun, but not too hot. We'll cover it up when the worms go in there. And then when there's more worms, we need another part. We'll make it bigger and give them more food. And they eat that paper, and then they poop it out. And then that is really, really good fertilizer for our garden. I want to show you the garden. Let's get our watering can, and we're going to water the garden. I'm going to show you the potatoes. The potatoes I just planted, and they have what's called eyes, little parts on the outside of them, and you plant them in the water, in the ground. You make a little bit of a hill around them because their roots can spread and keep warm also. And they love the shade, so there's a good place for them in the shade. And they're growing very big. I've never grown potatoes before. It's very exciting how big they got. And then they will have more potatoes for us. You put a potato in the ground and many potatoes come out. Pretty cool, huh? Now, here in the back here, the tall stuff is bamboo. Lots of bamboo. Do you see it? It's really tall. Then there's a palm tree where coconuts would grow if they were coconut palm trees, but they're British palm trees, so they don't. Or so I'm told. And here is our butterfly bush. This is the one that butterflies love, the purple flowers there. Can you see them here? Purple flowers. And then here is what is this one? Squash. It's growing very big, the leaves, and you can eat the flowers of that plant. That's a squash plant. And here are our tomatoes, very exciting. They have seeds on the inside, just like the gooseberries, their cousins. And here are sweet peas, which we're going to water because they're a little dry. And they have what's called tendrils. Do you see this part? Oh, no. This is tendril. And it wraps around things, so I made a stick so it could wrap around the stick of the bamboo. And it's going to grow sweet pea flowers that smell really good. And here is corn. And that is going to be popcorn, pink popcorn. Is that cool or what? Now, where does the popcorn come from? By the way, here's pumpkin. Here's a big pumpkin plant. And here is an onion. I took the flower off. I'm seeing if there's another flower. No, but I'll find one for you. And then here is lettuce. Is that cool? And there's arugula, which your grown-ups would probably like more than you because it's spicy. And here is a very special part of the corn. Now, this is called the tassel. And the tassel, very interesting. That's where the pollen would be. See how it's growing purple things on it? That will start the corn to grow, and the butterflies and the bees and the birds, they all carry the pollen all around, and that will pollinate. Now, corn cannot grow without people's help. Corn needs people to help it grow. So it has to touch the ground to be a real plant, to grow again. It has to be fertilized, has to be pollinated by a person or an animal, but you have to plant it. It doesn't just grow and drop its pollen on the ground and then another one grows. It has to be specially pollinated by some person who plants it and sets it up to be pollinated. So that is our corn. And then we have mint. Very, very, very small bit of mint on the ground. We're hoping it will grow. It's chocolate mint. You can plant chocolate mint. Did you know that? That's very fun, isn't it? Okay, so So we're going to go inside now that you've seen the bird bath, and you've seen the paper wasp nest, and you've seen the lemon juice turn into words, and you've seen our bird feeder. And I want to show you what the compost is doing. Do you remember I told you I threw away all my fruits and vegetables and stuff that I didn't need anymore, the rind and the outside? I'm going to throw these seeds in here, in the compost. And I'm going to show it to you. And look what happened when I put all the fruits and vegetables that I didn't need in there. I put dirt and water and it started to grow things. And I don't even know what they are. I don't even know what that is. But it grew a plant. So compost helps things grow. And the worms, when we add worms to our compost, which is just when the fruit and the vegetables break up in little pieces, the worms make it even better. So I'm going to tell you a story about the worms. I'm so excited about the worms. And I have a story about one worm and his family. It's called The Diary of a Worm. Are you ready? I'm going to pause and I'm going to read you the story in a second. Okay, everybody, are you ready? Here's my story. It's called The Diary of a Worm by Doreen Cronin. Now, here's some pictures of him and his daddy and his spider friend. And my first tunnel, he writes. And the family vacation on Compost Island. Remember, we just saw compost. He likes it in the compost. And then the first day of school, not so happy. And you know what's funny? He got a pass in squirming. One of the classes was squirming. Isn't that funny? Diary of a Worm. March 20th. Mom says there are 3 things I should always remember. The earth gives us everything we need. When we dig tunnels, we help take care of the earth. Must make tunnel, help earth breathe. Must make tunnel, help earth breathe. And never bother Daddy when he's eating the newspaper. Don't bother Daddy when he's eating the newspaper. He's chomping and he can't hear you. March 29th. Today I tried to teach Spider how to dig. He doesn't have the right feet to dig. He said, "What?" First of all, his legs got stuck. "I think I've twisted one of my ankles," said the spider. Then he swallowed a bunch of dirt. "Pfft, I give up," he said. The worm said, "Tomorrow he's going to teach me how to walk upside down." That's funny. April 1st. Worms cannot walk upside down. I'm scared. Look how high up they are. Fishing season started today, April 4th. We all dug deeper because they did not want to be caught to be used to have a fish eat them. That's called bait. Did you guys hear something? And the shovel's coming very close, but it didn't find them. This is Grandpa's little hole. April 10th. It rained all night and the ground was soaked. We spent the entire day on the sidewalk. Hopscotch is a very dangerous game because the children were jumping on the boys who were playing. The boy worms. April 15th. I forgot my lunch today. I got so hungry that I ate my homework. Look how everybody's eating. They're eating paper because they like paper. And they're eating plants and seeds too. Oh, he's eating his paper. My teacher made me write, "I will not eat my homework," 10 times. When I was finished, I ate that too. April 20th. I snuck up on some kids at the park. They didn't hear me coming. Look at him, he's right there and they're playing a game. I wriggled and wiggled right up between them and they screamed. I love when they do that. He likes scaring the girls because it's not really that scaring. May 1st, Grandpa taught me that good manners are very important. So today I said good morning to the first ant I saw. Good morning, he said to the ant. There were 600 more of them in line. So what did he have to say? Good morning, 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 good morning. I stood there all day practicing my manners. May 8th, I had the worst nightmare I ever had. Last night, giant birds I dreamed were playing hopscotch. Mom says I have to stop eating so much garbage right before I go to bed. Look at his cute bed. Mom says don't eat so much before you go to bed. It'll give you bad dreams. May 15th, I got into a fight with Spider today. He told me you need legs to be cool. Then he ran. I couldn't keep up. Maybe he's right. I made Spider laugh so hard. Let's see that picture there. You see him laughing so hard. He fell out of his tree. Who needs legs? If I can make somebody laugh. Look what he was wearing on his head. Is that funny? May 28th. Last night I went to the school dance. You put your head in, you put your head out, and that's all they have, so they can't sing about their arms and their legs. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself about. That's all that we could do, because there's only one part to them. June 5th, today we made macaroni necklaces in art class. Macaroni. I brought mine home and we ate it for dinner. That's funny. You're very talented, said Mom. My older sister thinks she's so pretty. She's looking at herself there. I told her that no matter how much time she spends looking in the mirror, her face will always look just like her rear end. Spider thought that was really funny. He was laughing so hard. Mom did not think it was funny. She got mad at him saying that. When I grow up, I want to be a Secret Service agent. Spider says I'll have to be very careful because the president might step on me by mistake. Do you see them being secret agents? It's a dangerous job, I told him, but someone's got to do it. 3 things I don't like about being a worm. I can't chew gum. He doesn't have the right teeth. Doesn't have any teeth. I can't have a dog. Can we keep him, Mom? And she's so surprised. She says no. And all that homework, he has to learn how to be a good worm in a compost bin and how to dig and all the kinds of soil. 3 good things about being a worm, though. I never have to go to the dentist. No cavities, says the dentist. No teeth either. I never get in trouble for tracking mud through the house. Here's the mud. It's okay because the house is made out of mud too. And I never have to take a bath. Who's my grubby little boy? They think it's funny that he's full of dirt. August 1st. It's not always easy being a worm. We're very small and sometimes people forget that we're even here. Look, he's doing his homework underneath the ground. But like Mom always says, the earth never forgets we're here. The earth remembers because it helps the soil get loose, and then plants can shoot their leaves and their roots through the dirt, and they can squiggle around in the dirt. They have room. So that is why we love worms, for many other reasons, but that's one of them. Bees sting me. Oh, isn't this leaf awesome? It's not a leaf, is it? It's money. I found this really cool rock. That's not a rock, that's a ball, right? Mom and Dad's anniversary. They're kissing, so he says yuck. And then he's got a story he made up about superworm. Peace in the garden. Suddenly, help us, superworm! Holy compost, someone is in trouble. Moments later, pow, says superworm, hero of the garden. And then he has a picture of his sister who has a slumber party where her friends are. And she's telling them scary things for a story. And last but not least, his favorite pile of dirt. And that is called The Diary of a Worm. I think it's funny to you. So thank you everybody for listening to my story and learning about my garden and how seeds start from just a little piece of fruit and grow into a tree. They go into herbs like lavender and spices like poppy seeds and juice like lemon and fruit like the gooseberry. And then we can take it and make beautiful poppy seed cake. And we can eat the flowers of the nasturtium, put them in our salads. And one plant that I didn't show you last yet, I'll show you now. This is called aloe vera, and it's got this gooey stuff in it. And this gooey stuff is good for burns. Can you see it sticky on my finger? This gooey stuff. Inside, this very nice succulent is protected. The skin is thick. It's a very cool liquid, and if you were to burn yourself, you put it on there, and it'll keep you from burning anymore. It'll cool off the burn. Native Americans used it, and people still use it. It's really good for you. So if you have an aloe plant, it's called aloe, you can put it in your garden and save it for when you need to heal yourself. So plants also help us heal. From the owies that we get. So be careful out there. Don't get an owie if you can avoid it, but if you do, there you know you can put something on it. Thank you. We'll see you next time. The bird and I are going to say goodbye. Thank you, she says. Thank you for the bird bath. Thank you for the bird seed and the bird food. I'll come visit you, okay? Yes, that's fine. All right, see you guys next time. Thank you for seeing my program. I hope you enjoyed it.